the Comic DF.
What is up, besties? It is your girl, the Karmic DF, back to you again with another video. This time we're going to focus on manifestation, why it hasn't been working for you, why it actually does in fact work, and how to get from point A to point B. So if you've been trying to bring more money into your life, if you've been trying to get a true love, although I did do a video on that by itself, I'll try to remember to link it. If not, it's in my playlist. But if you're just trying to manifest a new way of life, maybe a new way of thinking, then this is the video for you. I have turned it into more of a psychological thing so that you could really come to terms with, I made it less woo-woo. Does that make sense? I made it less woo-woo so that it's more palatable, so that it'll be easier for you to understand how manifestation works, so that you have the best chance of getting the job you want, the love you want, the money you want, the freedom you want, so on and so forth. So as always, if you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. It really does help my channel. Comment down below if this helped you, what you want to see in future videos, if you need me to elaborate on things. People have been asking. Yes, I am open for personal readings. If you're looking to get one, the links are down below. And yeah, subscribe if you're new here. Hi, nice to have you. If you're back, welcome, bestie, love ya. And share these videos if they help you. So as always, let's get into it. Well, you guys know how I love examples. So imagine you want to go to Las Vegas, Nevada, and you're on the other side. Now, just looking at a map, we can see a straight shot to the destination, right? But that's not how driving works, obviously. There's obstacles, there's stoplights where you're just stuck. You have to drive on this road for 12 miles, and then maybe you have to take 2 left turns, 3 right turns. Maybe you went too far, and now you need to make a U-turn. The point is, you're expecting your manifestation to be a straight shot. Most people are not in the proper alignment. And so just like that road trip, you require obstacles, sometimes to improve endurance, but you may require unlearning deeply ingrained beliefs, like if you're trying to manifest money while simultaneously believing you're unworthy, or maybe you think you're selfish for wanting more. This is where most people just give up and say manifestation isn't real. Or a statement that I often hear is, nothing ever works out for me. The point is, you can get to that destination, but there's no easy quick fix or mantra to bring your desires in. It's changing the inner state so that it can reflect outwardly. If you feel abundant, watch more abundance pour into your life. If you feel love for self, real unconditional love for self, then watch as romantic opportunities will fall into your lap, healthier ones. You attract what you are. Manifestation shows you what has to go first so that you can match with what it is that you are asking for. How can you expect true love when you simultaneously accept breadcrumbs from a situationship where they disrespect you? Change your value from the inside, and the world will radiate it outward. So what are your limiting beliefs about the thing that you're trying to manifest, and where do we need to heal and evolve in order to be a match to what it is that you actually want? If you want to make a shit ton of money, but you came from poverty and you had parents that were in a survival state, then you are going to have trouble attracting money because you have a subconscious belief that maybe wealth will never come to you and it only comes to rich people. Maybe you have a subconscious belief that you have to work incredibly hard to the point where your body's giving up on you in order for you to be worthy of money. You have to look at the inner beliefs in order to understand why you're not getting your manifestation, because in reality, you are manifesting what it is that you want. The problem is you think it's a straight shot. You think you're going to go, I want money, honey. And then you do that, and then you wait, and you're like, well, where's my money, honey? All right. Well, did you notice all the triggers in that week that was making you reevaluate your beliefs on money so that you could become a better match for money? If you're trying to manifest in money and now all of a sudden your money is dwindling, well, guess what happens when your money dwindles? All of those trauma responses come up. And what do we do when we have trauma responses? We run away from them. We don't actually acknowledge or resolve them usually because we have so many things to run to. Run to your TV, run to drinking and drugs, run to whatever it is. Hey, Hey, we all got our own thing. I got mine. I know TV is my thing. YouTube's my thing. So, and 420 friendly here. But what you have to understand is, in order to manifest, you have to stop ignoring the triggers that come up as you're manifesting, because those triggers and releasing those are the key to you becoming in alignment with the manifestation in which you want. To prove to you that manifestation does work when you do the work, I will give you another example of how it has worked. So I manifested a great friend within 1 day of writing it out in a journal, because I was already in energetic alignment for a heartfelt friendship. That person, and I quote her, felt drawn to reach out the day after. And we've been basically best friends ever since. Yet a year ago, I was still attracting friends who were frenemies and friends who saw me as competition instead of wanting real connection. But what they were mirroring to me was my unhealed wounds of not being able to trust feminine energy as a whole and not feeling safe with feminine energy. I also didn't love myself fully, so I attracted people who also felt that deficit, but it manifested differently for them. It's the balance of yin and yang energy, emotionally avoidant, anxious attachment. People are what we lack, and they show us what we can do. Have no boundaries, attract someone who's boundaried up to the point of not connecting with anyone at all. So once I really learned to love myself, embrace all of my femininity, and was more open and trusting to taking that chance, I was in alignment, and so I didn't need people to mirror what work still needed to be done within myself. I had done enough to match or be a match for someone who cared to the capacity that I care. Being your most authentic self and removing all these limiting beliefs are the best ways to manifest whatever it is that your heart desires, and really the only way, at least for healthy things, because we're taught nothing but limitations from the moment we're born. And so in order to get our dream reality, we first need to unlearn what we disagree with and learn who we truly are. From the moment you're born, you are fed things that may or may not be your truth, right? Think of it as simple as being born into a blue state when you have the beliefs of a red state, or having the vice versa, or, just in general, whatever it is that you grew up with may not be your truth. It may not be what you believe in. And so you have to understand that if you're trying to attract, like I was trying to attract good, healthy friendships, well, I was never going to attract that when at the same time I didn't trust women. I didn't trust that they could care about me the same way that I cared about them. And so I needed to have karmic friendships that mirrored the wounds of why it is that I don't trust feminine energy, so that I could heal it. I could become the best friend that I wanted, and then therefore be an energetic match to the best friend that I was looking for. Does that make sense? You radiate what it is that you are going to attract. And if you radiate self-limiting beliefs, if you radiate that you're not enough, if you radiate that other people are competition, if you radiate negative mindsets, then you're going to attract people that prove those negative mindsets to be true, so that you have to go inward and heal the shit that you've been avoiding, if that makes sense. So whatever it is that you feel like you need a straight shot towards, whether that's money, career, whatever it is. Career is a big one lately. I've been getting that with clients a lot. People want to leave their jobs, right? And they know intuitively that this job is horrible. It's sucking me dry. It doesn't appreciate me. My boss doesn't appreciate me. I'm not getting paid for what I'm worth. But at the same time, you're not leaving that job. You're not looking for other jobs. You're not beefing yourself up to believe that you even deserve better than that job. And so what do? We stay complacent. We blame the world, and then nothing changes, right? In order to get the change that you want and the manifestation that you want, it starts and ends with you. And once you realize that you are in control of your entire life, then the game completely changes. Your life will completely change, because you know that everything starts and ends with you. Your self-limiting beliefs, change them to believing to the point of delusion. I am worth every ounce of money on this planet, and no one can tell me otherwise. I am worth the healthiest relationship in the world, and no one can tell me otherwise. I mean, don't do delusion, but learn to love yourself and the parts of you that you've, believe that weren't right because of society, or learn to release the parts of you that aren't true to who you are, but were true to the world around you that you had to become a part of and fit in with instead of it being true to yourself. I hope that makes sense. Listen, I know that some people probably came here for a quick fix. They wanted a step A through Z of how to manifest. And listen, I'm not the channel that's going to just tell you what you want to hear. It's not going to happen. But if you want someone who's going to tell you how to successfully do things that's going to be uncomfortable and you're going to have to like roll your sleeves up, cry, and purge out some shit, then this is the video for you. But if you want some hoity-toity, like, say this mantra 3 times over and you're guaranteed to no, you're not. If you're not in alignment, you're not going to manifest it. I'm sorry, but it's true. Do you know how many years I spent trying to manifest true love, but at the same time, all I kept attracting was karmics, and I did all the mantras that everybody was saying, and I practiced all the ways that these... And I'm not trying to like denounce anybody, that whatever, it's what resonates with you. But there's a lot of people that don't understand how manifestation really works that are making these like 1-minute TikToks or YouTube videos where it's like, you say this mantra for 30 days and I promise you. Well, it might work if you're in alignment, but most people right now, you know, after we went through all this traumatic shit over the years, we have a lot of unlearning to do, a lot of limiting beliefs that's going to set us back. We have a lot of trauma that needs to be healed. And if you're not in alignment, you're not going to get it. So do you want me to say the woo-woo stuff that sounds good but doesn't work? Or do you want an actual chance of making this stuff happen? And to be real with you, manifestation requires 2 parties. It requires the universe and aligning to it, energy, frequency, but it also requires you matching that frequency. And if you are, and don't take this the wrong way because I totally used to be this person, but if you're a woe is me person and you don't like to take action and you like to constantly complain about things, but you never actually sit down, get your hands dirty and go, how do I get to where I need to go? Then yeah, the manifestation is not going to happen. Thank you, Spirit. Oh my God, that quote, I'm going to butcher it. Say it again. Whether you think you can or can't, you are right. That's really all you need to know. Whether you think you can or can't, you are right. So if you're like, I really hate my job. They're taking full advantage of me. They never treat me right. My boss is awful. This is awful. But then you sit at home and then you watch TV. You do nothing to change it. You go right back to that job tomorrow. You have 0 plans to look elsewhere, to build up your self-esteem, to maybe try something different. Then yeah, of course you're not going to manifest your dream life or your dream job. You don't even believe in yourself. So why would the universe be able to match you? You have to understand that in order to get the things you want, you have to be a match to it. And if you are sitting here and sulking and feeling bad and beating yourself up and having all these negative mind patterns, well, then you're going to attract those things and they're going to keep coming until you unlearn them. Think about, I know I got so many females watching me. Think about how many times, and this could have happened to men too, obviously. I just can't speak for them, so I try not to. Think about how many times you were like, oh my God, like I just want to forever love, but you kept attracting men that treated you like crap, called you names, tried to fit you into a box, try to make you feel less than. Well, I bet you were like, oh my God, I can never trust men. Or, well, not necessarily. But the point is, when you get to that headspace, then you're going to keep attracting those people because you are not learning the lesson. When I was attracting all these situationships with men that just could not be bothered for a relationship, because God forbid the title, right? When I was attracting those guys, guess what? I didn't love myself at all. Did not. In fact, I was trying to prove myself through those relationships, and now I can be honest about that. So where are you lying to yourself? Where are you downplaying yourself? Where are you sleeping on yourself? Where are you expecting the universe to just, boom, create miracles instead of getting off your ass and doing it yourself? I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm simply being the voice that I wish I had. And I wish someone had been like, listen, your dreams are realistic. They are totally realistic because you can see them. You can dream them, so they are yours. So the next question is, how much are they worth it? Are they worth you getting your hands dirty? Or are you just gonna be like, oh, yawn, too much work, I'm going to continue to watch TV? That's the reality of manifestation. That's what most people don't want to tell you. But if you can get your hands dirty, cry a little bit, get uncomfortable, and be comfortable getting uncomfortable to find the path home to yourself, then you'll nail manifestation every time. So basically it all boils down to, if you want money, live in abundance. If you want love, mirror unconditional love to yourself. If you want freedom, make a daily effort to feel free. Write a list of your dream life and your desires, what the best version of you would look like. And then see all the ways you live and the beliefs you have right now, and then try to bridge the gap. Act as if that dream life is now and model that. If your dream life is you creating, loving someone, whatever it looks like for you, it doesn't matter, whatever. How can you embody that right now? Do you need to pour into yourself more? Do you need to deprogram the inner critic that says you can't or you won't? How can you do your best right now to align to the best case scenario for you and be honest with yourself? If you're leaning on stuff to escape yourself, how do we either cut that stuff out or do harm reduction where we're tapering off that stuff? Where are we disrespecting ourselves? Think of the best advice you'd give your best friend. Now ask yourself if you're honoring that. If you aren't showing up as the best version of yourself for one excuse or another, ask yourself why that is and do your best to try and change those. And don't expect to change everything overnight, because that's how I started, and then I beat the crap out of myself because I could not do it. You're unlearning a lot of things that up until this moment was your concrete reality. Remember, as a child, first 7 years, you're in a hypnotic state. So boom, there's your reality right there. Don't beat yourself up. Start making lists. Embody the energy of a Virgo. Who do I want to be? Bullet points. Who am I right now? Bullet points. What don't I want to be? Check it, check it, check it. Okay. What can I do today in order to look more like my dream reality than what I'm doing today? Am I overindulging in TV when right now I probably could write down something? Maybe I'm a creative and maybe I feel like writing something, but I don't feel like it. Where are you sleeping on yourself? How do we bridge the gap? And if you can do that, be honest with yourself and just slowly start chipping away at all those limiting beliefs and all of those inner critic words that are keeping you from excelling at the things that matter to you. We need to get ahead of that. We need to get ahead of it now, because the sooner you can do the work is the sooner you're going to bring in those manifestations. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this was helpful. I know this might have been triggering and it might have been a little harsh, but listen, I've watched a million manifestation videos and they all really kind of say the same thing, where it's like, dream it, see it, believe it, it's yours. And it's like, that doesn't work if you are not in alignment with the things you're dreaming about. And they kind of leave that part out. And I don't want to do that to you. I don't want to tell you that if you think this for 30 days, it's going to become your reality. That's not true. It's not. Because if you are sitting here, like for instance, I'm going to leave it at me getting called out by my spirit guides. I very much so want to start making more friends. I have a handful of friends, but they're only on the internet, and I love them to death. If you're seeing this, because I know a couple of them watch it, I love you girls so much. I love you so, so, so much. But I don't have a lot of friends in my real life because, first of all, the friends I used to have were incredibly karmic, and I'm going to leave it at that. But there's also not a lot of people like me, right? And so I've made a lot of excuses where I'm like, I'm just going to stay home for the most part. I have a Taurus rising. I'm totally okay with being alone. I don't mind it so much, but I have this sense of loneliness that just kind of creeps up on me from time to time. And I was like, how am I going to make friends? I don't know how to make friends. Like, there's no one that I can't make friends. And my guides just really just right in the wound. They were like, how are you even going to make friends or know who you like if you never go out? And I was like, oh, shit, you're right. You know what I mean? And it's really about being honest with yourself. Be honest. Where are you sleeping on yourself? Where are you holding yourself back? It's not bad. It's not shameful. You're not inherently wrong, broken, scarred. We're just imperfectly perfect beings trying to make the best out of what we got. That's it. It's that simple. So be honest. Are you someone like me that is like, why isn't it working? And reality is like, well, I'm the problem. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Be honest with yourself and watch these things work out for you. I promise you. I freaking promise you. It's wild. Your reality is going to be like night and day. When you do the inner work, it reflects out every single time. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this was helpful. Let me know down in the comments if it was. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to try this, because I'm excited for you, bestie. I forgot what I've said already. Like this video if it helped you. That really does help support my channel. Share this if you have friends that are into manifestation. Subscribe to see future videos. And as always, you guys got this. I believe in you. I love you, bestie. And I will see you next time.
The Comic DM.